Hello and welcome to this channel where I talk about marriage, relationships and parenting. If that's something that you're interested in, like and subscribe. Today I'm excited to be sharing about the power of agreement. As long as you're in a marriage, marriage is between two people, not alone. You can't do marriage alone. That means you always have to consult the other person, and if you have not been doing it, please get into the habit of talking to your partner, asking them, what do you think, honey? I was thinking these are the designs of the house, what do you think? Not just assuming that they will align. After all, this is going to work for all of us, for the good of the family. That may not really work. Why is it important for the two of you to agree? Number one, peace. If you want to have a peaceful ambience in your home, then you had better share many things with your spouse and come to agreement. Finances, how do we bring up the children, how do we set up the furniture, what kind of meals should we be having, when should we be having the outings, should we go visit our parents or your parents? I mean, you all need to agree. And just let me paint a picture. You haven't agreed. There's a conversation on table. You want us to save this much, but your spouse is not in agreement. What is going to happen? You're going to get into a heated argument because you feel like you are a financial expert and she is not a financial expert. Now, lightning versus lightning, there's going to be an explosion. Now, you open the door to strife, to contention. You open the door to tension in the home because, after all, you have decided, So you find the other partner is grumbling in their heart because you have pulled their leg. You have not actually asked for their opinion. You have just enforced your opinion, your idea, your everything, whatever it is that you want to do, which takes me to the second point. When you agree with your partner, you can achieve so much at a much faster rate. I know that we all have strengths and weaknesses, and you might be even having different careers. Maybe you're the education expert and he is the financial expert, or you are the religious expert and he is the hygiene expert or the nutritionist. Yes, you have all those amazing skills and you have all those amazing qualities and you want to enforce them into the home. Remember, your partner has a brain that is independent, that is working, that is sane. I mean, by the time you married them, you knew that they were thinking right. So now, it is important for you to ask them, honey, what do you think about saving this much? Maybe you have a very high target and your partner wants a slightly lower target. Why not strike a win-win, as opposed to you saying, for me, now, since you have said that, I am going to save it myself. We shall see. But wisdom tells me that when you decide to do it together, it may look like you have slowed down. It may look like the money that you're saving, the money you have agreed to save versus the initial figure you wanted to enforce may be smaller. But with consistency, you find that you achieve things much faster. It will be easier for you to reach those financial goals, because at the end of the day, when there's maybe a financial crisis, and what's the first thing you're going to think about? Oh, since I have been taking off a huge amount and now it's breaking me, let me first pause. And you see how you're cutting short that goal. But if you had agreed with your partner, then you will not compromise on that goal, but the two of you will still think outside the box. Okay, how can we go over this financial challenge that you're facing right now without affecting the other goal that we agreed on? And when you agree, takes me to the third point. There is accountability, which builds trust and confidence between the two of you. This is what we agreed upon. This is how we decided to do this. So how far have we gone? At the end of the day, your partner is not going to be looking at you and be like, there's something he's trying to do. I think he's trying to scam me. I think he's trying to... Those stories you hear of the man did this in secret or the woman did this in secret. I mean, all that comes from a point of disagreement, because the woman or the man knows every time I put this on table, he's not going to allow. He doesn't even want to hear me, or she's always negative. So you can't agree, and because you can't agree, you're like two independent people in a home? What is the point of you being independent in a home when you decided to do life together? You're supposed to depend on each other. There's a part of her that is of great value to that home. There's a part of him that is of great value to that home. If you can just lower your egos, lower your expectations, lower your dreams, you know, those castles that you're building in the air, and build a new thing together, then you will achieve so much. Well, that's what I had for you today. In case you like that, drop me a comment and share with your friends. See you in the next video.